All right, we have more things to talk about because things are getting a little bit shaky here. So, starting off right away, Jamar Chase practice very limited today, but because of the fact he didn't practice enough, he did not participate in practice. Same concept that happened to Josh Allen last week, where Josh Allen did technically practice a little bit on Wednesday, but then he ended up not practicing enough, so they gave him a did not participate in practice. You have to go through a certain amount of drills to get the actually limited practice tag. So Chase did practice some, but it was very limited, nothing really special at all. And so he's going to end up going into this game going into the Thursday practice with a did not participate in practice. Also, Sam Hubbard had an ankle injury, did not participate in practice. Josh also did not with a shoulder injury. But here is the big problem. T. Higgins suffered a hamstring injury during today's practice. And he was very gimpy walking into the locker room, and we'll have to monitor him to see how he is. But that is definitely a problem, as we know, hamstring injuries are really one of the worst injuries you can get. Because they never go away, they're always lingering around, and their, ugly head always comes back at some point, it seems like. Jalen Davis was also limited with an ankle injury, and Akeem Davis-Gaither had a knee injury as always. Cam Taylor-Britt and Charlie Jones, both of them having injuries, quad and thumb injury, but both of them are back. Well, Charlie Jones is back, but Cam Taylor-Britt did practice in full, and Charlie Jones also practiced in full. Now, kind of going back up here a little bit, as it says right here, the Bengals have one of the best receiving corps in the NFL. T. Higgins suffered a hamstring injury in Wednesday's practice, league sources tell the allbengals.com. The 24-year-old was moving gingery in the locker room after the session. He was officially listed as limited on Wednesday's injury report. Higgins is coming off his best game of the season, blah, 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 and yeah, so let's break this down and talk about this, because now with Jamar Chase potentially missing this Texans game, right? We don't know if he's going to play or he's not going to play. Obviously his lower back, injury from last week, definitely not the greatest. Question is, what's going on here with T? Well, again, yes, he does have a hamstring injury. We don't know the severity of it, and we're going to have to kind of wait to see on that one. But we did play games earlier this season without T. Higgins in there, but now without T and without Chase, that's going to be very, very challenging. Now, one thing they have reported a lot on the media, I guess you would say, is that the Texans also have a very long list of injuries too. So it's like kind of a combination of the two, right? They have a long list of injuries. We have a long list of injuries, so it's kind of like a combination here. But without T and without Jamar Chase, this Texans game is going to be very, very challenging. I believe T will be fine. I think T will play in his Texans game without any problem, as long as he can practice the rest of the week. Again, like I said, it's one of those things where hamstring injuries, based on severity, based on how bad it is, right? So this might be okay, he can play, he's fine. He just kind of, limped off, well, not limped off the field, but he's kind of, a little bit not 100% right now, and he's going to have to rest for a day. My guess is they're probably going to have him not practice the rest of the week to kind of rest him up and hopefully get him okay for Sunday. That would be my guess. But again, like I said before, you got to keep in mind, T. Higgins is a guy who will play through injury, right? Well, he said it before with his rib injury. He said, listen, if I can play based on the pain tolerance, I will play. He has the mindset of, it's better that I'm out there and playing and helping the team rather than sitting on the sideline. And even if he's not 100%, he'd rather play and at least try to contribute and give something. Now, of course, he is also in a contract year, and there is stuff to take in consideration with that too, because, yes, when you're in a contract year, you got to keep in mind that players will play extra sometimes, even injured, because they want to make sure they put extra stats up. But I don't believe that's what T. Higgins' focus is that, I'm on a contract year, put up extra stats. He always has had the mentality ever since he joined us that he wants to help us win. He wants to help us, achieve our goals. So I truly believe this, that, he wants to go out there and play because he wants to go out there and help us win. So I think he will play this weekend. Again, we'll have to keep an eye and monitor the hamstring injury for him. But it's definitely something to take in consideration that I think with his mentality of how he is the player, he's a guy who says, I don't care about me. I want the team to win. So he'll probably most likely play. Jamar Chase is still on the fence about everything. Again, like I said, Jamar Chase, I've asked him a video earlier, he's more of a big picture type of guy, where he's less of a right now to help you win. He's more of like, okay, well, even if we lose right now, I want to be there for the playoffs. I want to be there for the big games, the games that matter. I want to help my team out in the long run. So, yeah, there's just two different mentalities, right? So, we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening there. But Sam Hubbard not practicing is also very, frustrating with the ankle injury, but we'll have to monitor that. Keep in mind, guys, we will be looking at the injury report every single day for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today we looked at Wednesdays. Tomorrow we'll be looking at Thursdays. Well, sorry. Tomorrow we'll be looking at Wednesdays and breaking it down more once we get more information, and then Thursday and Friday. Hopefully that made sense. Guys, 7 down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.